So, hello everybody. This is Chevtek here with my co-host Supra. We'll be catching the Division 4F for the GMAN Season 12, and it's week 8. Because there was a little problem with the recapping here, but I think we can pull this off.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We will. I mean, it'll be shit, but at least it's
Oh,
something.
let's hope for the best. Okay, so
Right.
first things first, this is a very, 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 very early, let's call it an alpha version, due to the fact that we had a very short time to pull it all off. It's like 4 days, something like that.
Well, yeah, we only came together like 4 days ago, 3 days ago.
Yes,
So
so the next one will be much better prepared, but it's, as they say, something is better than nothing.
yeah.
Yes, so uh, how should we start?
Well, we should probably just go over the games in the order that they downwards, basically. We start with the top one.
Yeah, okay, so first thing first, we got the Necro versus the Wood Elves, so
Yep.
I will not even read the names. You read the names, I'll just butcher them. You go with
Oh,
reading the names.
Atheist Alliance United versus Breakneck Rampage.
Yeah, so, oh yeah, this is the game. It's a 1-1 game.
Yep.
I watched it very recently, like, I don't know, an hour ago, so
The
very,
elves
yeah. The Elves
have not
versus the
done a lot of blocks, have they? Well, they haven't broken armor a lot. Three in total.
Yeah, I will be using this one more time today, but believe me, the elves melted faster than random snow in Camry.
Right.
So here,
We
well,
look at the statistics.
yeah.
So what happened during this game? You watched it.
Uh,
I didn't.
Basically, the Necro ran over on them. Um, so, first things first, to say a bit more, I'll just want to show you how does the Necro team look like. Because
Well,
this is
yeah,
very important to what
it
could have
is
happened.
probably the most broken team in this league,
Yeah, this is
considering they have 5 zombies who all got a double first, and then a plus strength werewolf and a plus movement werewolf.
yeah, this is generally quite insane. No matter the team you play against Necro, because basically Necro is something like a jack of all trades.
It's
Uh,
a yeah, it's a what's the word? It's a hybrid team is what it's
yeah,
called. Yeah. So it's a hybrid between bash and running.
Bash and Running hybrid or control. A lot of people call
Yeah.
it control team. Yeah, and it's much easier to control the field when you get the strength advantage everywhere you go. Because
Yeah.
basically having this much guard, it's so I play Necro on tabletop, and I wish I have this much guards in my team.
Yeah.
It was like, well,
Well,
you
yeah.
stand in the
And
front, you put the five. Let's start off the five strength flash golem. It happens, okay? But this much guards plus this werewolf, it's insane. The rest of the team,
yeah.
yeah, it's good. This is good development, but it's nothing compared, sorry, to what we have here, here, and here.
Yeah.
Two zombies
Well,
with
they
blocks.
considering yeah they've not obviously this ghoul. Well, it looks like this ghoul has been bought last. They just haven't been playing with a ghoul.
Oh, we got a visitor in chat.
Ooh,
Yep.
who's in chat? You didn't send me the link to
Oh,
your
I didn't
channel.
see the link. Oh, sorry. Sorry, fixing it now. Sorry. It's a very much of a beta. Here we go.
There we go. Right.
Yeah, I because I got the overlay. Oh, well. Wow. Some people are generally watching us. It's
Yeah, because I
insane.
pinged. It's because I pinged the.
Oh, that's why. Oh, it's Abram here, and he's
Yeah,
yeah, it's
his
down.
mic is very quiet for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, we don't I have
Can you boost it in OBS at all? I don't know if you can.
no. It's Mads on Max, so
You boost it in Windows?
yeah. Give me a sec. I'll check because this is Windows.
Yeah, you go to. Well, actually, it'll be in Polish, so I can't tell you the names. But
Here is okay. So here is this, and we are going for. Yep, that's okay. All of my nonsense here. Now we are going to have because let's face it, the moment I switch to Windows 10, as far as it goes to the basic things, it's just so unreadable to me. This is the mic settings, but nothing on the. Oh god damn it! We're here. Give me this here. Oh yeah, this is the audio settings. So the
we've got
mic.
5 people in chat. Holy shit!
Oh yeah. Okay.
7.
And how
It's
does
going
it
up
look
and up
now?
and up.
Oh god damn it! And how is it now?
It seems louder to me, but I've turned you up to 200% in Discord, so.
Okay, waiting for our audience. Sorry, god damn it. I'm a bit nervous. I got problems with English when I'm nervous. Still quiet. Well, hard to hear. Mm, mm. The setting is okay. The audio here is okay. Hmm.
Uh, well, maybe you can turn me down, and then we'll be at the same level, and the audience can turn the stream up.
Okay, so he's a bit down. Supra, say something. So
Hello, I am here.
okay, they
We
say
got
it's good. So okay.
we got approval from Heiz Devious or Heiz Divus.
Sorry for butchering your nicknames. Really, really sorry. Okay.
His Divus. Sounds right. Right.
Okay, so
Yes.
we were talking about the broken necro team, and
Well, we've talked about them.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's generally
basically
it's
they got a
broken.
lot of doubles.
Yeah, it's a lot of doubles, and uh, the problem with the game was that he could build no matter what he attacked. If it was the war dancer, if it was the three men, he could build a very big strength advantage.
Yeah.
And considering one more thing that he is quite a good necro player. It's very easy to spot. He uses his own flesh golems to block his frenzy, so he'll not move the target, so he can take two hits in the place he wants. Very good use of the werewolves. Very good use of the piling on when he has to. So this was uh, the beginning was standard for the elves. So minus the fact that the three men went root in the first turn of the first half. This is always a bummer, no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he played standard for the elves, so he took the ball because the elves were attacking. He took the ball, he moved back with his catcher, so he can try to get some field on the other side. Fast forward a few turns, he throws short pass, handoff, and a run to the end of the field trying to stack, and we are stuck. God damn it. Stall. Sorry. See, I'm losing words here. Trying to stall, and it's something about turn 7, 6 or 7, something like that. And knowing
Yeah.
that he cannot catch him, uh, Okim uses his werewolves to dish the punishment on the war dancers. So they think that we should hit them. So then we get a score. We got the change. We are on turn probably 7. We got the change of the field. So trying to score, and funny thing, he almost succeeded in scoring 1-1 on the 8th turn because he moved a lot of his pieces, went down, he used a chain push. By the way, he's very good at using the chain pushes. He used the chain push to push the werewolf that was lying on the field, to push him out to only one tackle zone, use him to move to the end zone, and then his ghoul, which by the way he should fire, but on that a bit later. He used him to hand off the ball to a right. Yep. And
A
then
white.
a white. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you. See? And then he used him to throw the ball, but the werewolf didn't catch it. 1-1.
Yeah.
The Nuffle standard, as I call it. Yeah. And the second turn was, by this time when the second turn started, it started on very bad for the elves. He lost 2 pieces on casualties in 1 turn. And if we will go to him, stop watching the broken necro.
It's the second page.
Second page?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here they are. Yeah, so this is how they look after that match.
Yeah. I mean, they were a bit beat up anyway, but
Yeah, but this is far worse. Yeah, he lost the this piece and this piece, both of them, and they are the both guards on the elves.
yeah.
So this
He's
is
got 3 guard on the elves though. That's pretty
now.
good as
Yeah,
well.
I think he didn't have the third one, or he was just lying around the KO or something. But this is how it looked. So he lost two of his guard blocks to casualties in 1 turn, and then more the necro build up. It was basically a snowball. The more they build up, the lesser the elves have to say, and
Yeah.
doesn't change the fact that let's call him then Matter, but let's call him Matter for short. So he did quite a good job. He used all the openings that the necro had. He used a lot of standard elf bullshit. So I'll dodge, I'll jump in, I'll basically a lot of guerrilla tactics. So jump on, hit, jump back.
Yeah.
It quite went well until the moment that his star player War Dancer, the fellow with number 2. Let's see this guy. 5 LG to War Dancer with triple. So, yep.
Yeah.
This is the
He's
close.
getting.
If we will not saying his, if we will not talking about his game with the Necro, I will say something of the line that this is the close you get to Cancer, but yeah, we got the Necro, so this is like mild irritating. But he was pushed into the crowd, and the crowd make a 54 or 33 on the. It was, if I recall correctly, he made a -1 agility on the on the table, but was brought back by the Apothecary.
Apothecary, yeah.
Thank you. You need to watch more matches. Yeah, you should be the one talking, not me. And basically, at the end of round 16, because it was the second turn was very not in the elves side. They were melting very fast, losing player by player. Basically, the strip ball. Basically, it was. Let me show
Or the
you.
claw mighty blow.
Yeah, piling on. Yeah, our favorite. Yeah,
There's not much AV8 on the
yeah, but if you got
side of the
piling
elves,
on,
so the claw
tackle,
doesn't matter, but the
yeah, but
mighty blow piling
claw.
on is.
Well, does it matter? Yeah, for the 3 men it does. The only piece that it does matter. So this was the one.
Did they actually block the treatment?
Later, yeah, he did block the treatment on 2 dice because he could.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So yeah, it was basically
bit of a slaughter.
bit of
Look
a
at the.
slaughter, yeah, but the fact that the first turn ended 1-0 for the elves made it the fact that he was the game was quite even considering the fact that the elves melted very fast. So it wasn't there wasn't any part when he could just happily go and try to get a touchdown so he could try to get more points. Basically, he tried to his goal. This is the thing. He didn't pick up the ball like 2 or 3 times in a row. And
Yeah.
one time when he picked it up, he was attacked by this triple war dancer, which ended up pushing out the war dancer. Another beautiful chain push. And this is the thing that the necro coach is probably best at. He knows how to use the chain pushes. He knows how to make all the attacks on the right angle, so he'll end up what he wants. Basically,
Yeah.
if he roll a lot more ones here, it would be much better for the elves. Yeah. When we go
Well,
to
yeah.
the
What
dice
happened to
rolls,
SVP? Did anyone level on either team?
if I recall correctly, nobody leveled there.
Did that flesh golem level? The one like MVP?
No,
I think it
no,
might have
no.
done.
He tried to level. He tried. Oh yeah, the
Is it
flesh
not
golem. Yeah,
31? Yeah, 31, 31. Yeah, it leveled.
yeah. So
What did it get? It got
oh, he
guard.
got guard. Yeah, he didn't have guard. Yeah, he tried to give him the ball at probably something about turn 14, but he didn't catch it. So he said it. Oh
Yeah,
fuck
that's the
it.
problem with
Yeah.
Edge too. It's only a 50% chance.
Oh, I did score a few times with my black orcs, so
Oh
it's
no, no, it's
possible.
not impossible.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I've
possible.
I've played ogres only against the AI, but it is definitely possible to score with the ogres.
Well, let's face it, people
You
do
just
play
have to
Camry,
have
and
some
you got
rerolls ready.
only two edgy there. So yeah, it's doable.
No, you have Agi 3
No,
on the Snotlings.
no, I'm talking about Camry.
Oh, sorry, Khemri. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
They
not
do
links.
have
Yeah,
shorthands though.
yeah. So that's that from my side.
Yeah. Did any elves level?
Nope.
Don't think so.
Yeah,
Well,
this is the problem with elves.
yeah.
You basically got 2 3 guys because his team is quite well developed. You got
But
one, two.
the from the statistics I was looking at, the elves did get rather unlucky on armor breaks comparatively. Although the Necro do have higher armor, they got 3 and they blocked like almost 20 times,
Yeah,
which is pretty unlikely. An AV8 break is like something like 30%, which means you should get at least double that.
yeah, so, something like that. So, but the thing about well, most of
Or
the things
20,
that
20 something percent, I think. Actually.
yeah,
But yeah,
75 on the armor injury.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Oh, and the elves also got like, if I recall correctly, 2 or 3 times the go for it was just, well, I'll just lie down here and wait. It's a good thing to do.
But yeah, what about the next game? Which one's that?
Yeah. So the next game is, oh yeah, the Bad Brotherhood versus the Orc Boys.
Oh look, we had Borak, and Borak stole the MVP, of course.
Yeah.
Borak is always MVP.
That's
He's
basically.
the
Is
best fouling Chaos Warrior.
isn't the MVP name after him something like that? If I recall correctly,
Sorry, what?
isn't the MVP award named after him?
No, MVP just means most valuable player.
I think it was created thanks to his awesomeness play in the game. So yeah, I'm going with my version. It's far better.
Yeah. Let's look at the stats. What happened? So not a lot of. Well, sorry. What I mean is, both teams inflicted kills on the other, and both inflicted injuries, but the Chaos did get more. But they did make more blocks, so who knows?
Well, I'm not one to say anything, but he killed my team captain. He killed
Oof.
my team captain. It hurts me here in my heart. And
Yeah,
to be honest,
that's
here
pretty nasty.
it should be two, because the 1-1. Oh, it hurts me when I say about it, but it was something like that. A rotor runs up, picks the ball in two tackle zones, and it throws it to the Pestigor. It's an inaccurate. It scatters 3 times, bounces off in the Pestigor, straight to the Pestigor hands, and he catches it on turn 16.
Yeah.
A pass through half of the fucking pitch. I was like, no.
Well, it says it's only 6 yards, but
Yeah, it was like, nope, 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 nope. But to be honest, he did have an option to score in the first half, but he threw one into a one on the going for it. So Nuffle has his way of playing with your feelings.
yeah. What happened? Anyone level in this game? Arnold's Governor.
Arnold the governor.
Yeah.
So let's go for the rolls. I didn't even remember that he had diving tackle, but he did use it once. Yeah.
Maybe does he have a roto tackle or something?
Probably, I think yes, maybe, maybe not. Give me a
Look at let's look at the teams.
Yeah. So first, where are the bobs? The bobs were somewhere here. I'm the second page. I
Next
don't know why the
page,
game doesn't like me.
which is the real Bob, but we may never know.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
like small Bob.
Yeah. I hate him.
Where's the diving tackle? Oh, was it
No,
your
it was
diving
mine.
tackle?
Yeah, it was mine diving
Oh, it
tackle.
was
Yeah.
your diving tackle. Ah, okay.
It was a few days ago. I don't have to remember everything. You know that. Yeah.
Of course, the classic MVP hog dirty player rotter. It's got 15 SVP, which I guarantee is all MVPs.
Probably yeah. It's something about the skill that makes all the MVP go there. I don't know.
Yes, it's a pretty nice Nurgle team,
Yeah.
developing well.
All the warriors got blocked, so you start from there. You got two guards, one mighty blow, the standard one pestigor in teams, so we got block, mighty blow, and claw.
Yeah, I don't know. I always see people, and I have played. Sorry, I've played Nurgle a little bit. People tend to go like Mighty Blow and Claw and piling on before block on their Pestigor, but I guess just a choice.
To be honest, it's much safer to go block first. It's easier to get
Yeah,
FTPs, and if I recall correctly, he did start with one pestigor, so it probably
that's I
was
think
his
that's
bolt carrier. Yeah,
normal to
yeah,
start with. I think, but yeah, true, true. Yeah, um, just a lot of people go both ways, I guess.
yeah,
Rattle Rutter as well.
yeah. Let's go to my team. Yep. Yeah, so I got a new captain through the magic, yeah, through the magic of the Wag reincarnation period. Yes.
He lost all his skills though.
Yeah, we'll fix that. Give me 2 matches. Give me 2 matches.
You got a goblin with plus agility and diving tackle. Interesting.
No, I got a
No, diving catch, brother. Sorry,
yeah,
diving catch.
diving catch and sprint. Yeah,
Hmm.
and another is a blodger with diving tackle.
Interesting. You've got a lot of goblins. Orc.
Yeah.
I never see orc players go for that many goblins.
To be honest, I'm from the unit as much as goblins and trolls as you can get. Skull of orc playing. Yeah, and
You always
those.
just see them go for a million orcs and they'll give them all guard and
Well, most of people, not maybe not most. A lot of people play that. A lot of people play without the goblins. A lot of people play without the troll. I like them because the goblins give you so much options of play. They can be
Yeah,
ball carriers. They can go in places where it's very hard to squeeze anybody, and they're using the stunt. You will just go hop 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 like a little bunny, and they're there just to kick you in the face when you are lying down. The
true, true.
the biggest problem with my goblins is that when I started developing them last season, the first was an agility roll. So you won't foul with the guy because he's useful. Then the second goblin got block, and I was like,
Right, you could have
yeah,
given him dirty player instead of block.
come on, dirty silver instead of block. No, not in the million years. They're too useful, both of them.
Well, you got another one now, so
Yeah, somebody needs to fall, so basically I need to buy another one. So
yeah. Both teams looking pretty good. Nothing too crazy. The possibility goblin is good. But
yeah,
yeah,
and he lands
both of you, both of
sometimes.
you, both of you kind of beat the shit out of each other,
Yeah,
basically.
basically, yeah. But this is a basically match between Nurgle and
Orcs.
Orcs.
That's
Yeah,
just how it
we
goes.
hit each other. Fun fact: I didn't fail any fall appearance tests. Yep.
Oh right, it's
Yeah,
pretty
everything
interesting.
was a pass. So
I played. I can't remember. Was it against dwarves? No, sorry, I went dwarves in my clan game this week, and he failed a lot of battle appearances. So my clan team is no.
okay, so let's move to the next match. So
Oh yeah, that's the admin game. We don't need to talk about that unless someone leveled. Did anyone level? Let's have a look.
nope.
Well, yeah, don't think so.
Yeah.
Oh no, that lineman leveled. That
No,
lineman
he
leveled,
didn't. He
right?
got 14 on 16.
Yeah, he's on 14 of 16, but he has 0 skills right there, so he did level. He now
Maybe
has.
wrestle
Wait, what?
and dodge.
Okay,
So
this is
oh,
confusing.
wait. Isn't that
Did he
when you
level
get an
twice?
admin team? Yeah, you get two touchdowns, and both of the touchdowns
You
are
get one
randomly.
touchdown. No, you get one touchdown and
No, you
two
get
MVPs.
two
Yeah, you
touchdowns.
do. No, 0-1.
Yeah, but look here on the touchdown.
Oh yeah, true. That's weird.
So if you go with two MVPs, it's 5 plus two touchdowns is 6.
I don't think both MVPs can go on the
11.
same person, can they? Don't know.
No, because two different players. One is Mr. Bean and one's the 1980s Lagros. So quite confusing to be honest.
I don't know. I think the game sort of bugs out because
Yeah, probably because
the
Mr.
the
Bean has.
admins have to make them themselves, right? So
Yeah,
like the
and see, he has no skills and he has free, so probably there
yeah,
was no
weird.
level ups.
Weird. Oh well.
No, but we can look on
Next
the.
game.
Yeah, we can look on the next game. So dwarves versus the orcs.
Very bashy, and it looks like nothing happened. Only 7 armor breaks versus 4 armor breaks on both sides.
There was a lot of bashing, but it was the standard dwarf strategic of, well, we'll build a cage around the guy with the ball and we'll see what happens. Yeah, and we got so the
Oh no, there was a death. Never mind. I didn't even see
yeah,
that.
this is thing that I'm very interested in because the death on the orcs team, he could have used the apple, but he didn't. So
Well, I mean, if it was a player he doesn't really care about, then sure.
yeah, it was a black orc with block and mighty blow, if I recall correctly.
I probably would have echoed that.
Yeah, me too. So it was quite weird for me. And to be honest, it would be a 1-0 if it wasn't the fact that the dwarves had the wizard and the orc with the ball got the short end of the stick called lightning bolt. So
Yeah.
that was that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't expect there's a lot to talk about here unless there were any crazy plays.
Well, I don't have you look at it, but the orcs did pass a bit of a passing game, so that's
Okay.
that.
Well, orcs can attempt to pass. They
To be
have
honest,
throwers.
everybody, yeah, but to be honest, let's face it, everybody's an agility player when you're facing dwarves.
True, true.
Okay, so
Right.
this
Well,
is that. We'll talk about the teams later. So
next
uh,
game
maybe
we got.
you know I'm a bit. My sword is a bit tired, so maybe you can talk about your game,
Okay,
and
right.
then we'll go back to the exploding sword versus the
Okay,
Candyman
sure.
faction. Okay?
So we've got humans versus high elves.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, um, it was an interesting game. There was some bad luck on both sides, mainly on the elf side though. They rolled a lot of double ones on things that mattered a lot. um, Humans made some questionable plays, including
6% ball possession.
yeah, they yeah. So that's what you see. They made two touchdowns and they only had 6% ball position.
2 passes and 2 catches. 6%.
Yeah,
6% of the opponent.
basically every one of their touchdowns was the elves failed something and then they blitzed the elves off it, got the ball and scored because they've got two catches with sprint and sure feet.
Oh, okay. So the Skaven
um,
tactics.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Yes,
there's a
so
dev here.
the basically first turn, the elves got a blitz. The humans had deployed incredibly aggressively, as in every single piece was on the front line apart from one at the back to get the ball. And the elves just jumped over them because a bunch of elves have leap. So there was now a screen in between the ball and the rest of the humans. Um, and then humans on the humans' first turn, they immediately used the ogre first, which is a great idea. He got both down, failed the loner roll to re-roll it, and then they both fell down. So the humans got a turnover. Um, and so obviously,
To any new Blood Bowl players out there, if you're got a big guy, use it less unless you have to.
yes. Um, the ogre also has dodge, which is a very interesting skill.
Yeah, when I was playing the humans a few matches back, I was like, oh yeah, and he, okay, I can take the dodge. I was like, he dodged? Wait, what?
I mean, it's a 75% chance for him to dodge, but he didn't take break tackle, which is what I found interesting. So this is an ogre who got dodge but didn't take break tackle. He's got guard and juggernaut, I think.
I would take block instead of dodge, to be honest.
Well, I know, but if you're taking dodge,
Yeah, then
take
you go
break
for break tackle. Yeah,
tackle.
it makes a
um,
bit of a sense.
um, yeah. So elves get the ball, and then uh, the only kill of this match killed a human. Uh, after so yeah, I didn't mention actually the ogre after it got both down, it injured itself, and then he apoed it because it got an MNG, and then immediately in the elves' turn, a human died immediately straight after.
It's karma.
So yeah, that's what you get for using the ogre first, I guess. But the elves got the ball, human died, and then an elf immediately after that fails a dodge. So and it Kazes himself. So we've got like three Kazes in the first turn.
Nice.
um, Humans managed to steal the ball back, and then uh, but don't protect it. So the elves score on turn three. Decided not to stall. I feel like he could have stalled, but he didn't try. And then on the next drive, humans break a bit of a hole in the elves, and then immediately just potato down the pitch with the catcher with sprint and sure feet, and right next to a piece with strip ball. But it works because the elves have terrible luck and failed to pick up the ball after they got it out of his hands.
Wait, how does an elf fail to pick up the ball?
This is an elf with sure hands, by the way. So he didn't even use his reroll. The elf just I think it was leap agi 5 sure hands, and he just
Yeah,
wandered over the ball, just 1-1, just dropped it. And then the humans just score because of that.
I wish
So
he had the same rules when he was playing with me. Really.
um, and then yeah, then next drive the elves try and do another 2-turn touchdown. They would have done if not for their thrower also rolling a double one and dropping the ball, and the same thing happened again.
I want to see those dice rolls. So, no, this
He
we
didn't.
have
It wasn't actually that unlucky on the dice rolls, but it just failed all. He got ones at all the key points.
to be honest, this is the problems with the statistics when they are shown in the game, because you see, it's those rolls are, yeah, they're quite okay, no problems here, but when you go a one and then another one, it's like, no, it's not okay.
But the basically when that pass happened, the failed pass, Diogo had I guess it was a misclick, but he tried to make a 6+ dodge, which obviously he failed, and then they would have. It was basically a free touchdown if Nuffle didn't hate them. And then humans get a blitz. So we had 2 blitzes this game. But again, they potatoed a person under the ball next to a strip ball player, and the elves get it back, score a 2-turn touchdown. And then it starts raining. So both teams start to fail a lot of things. Humans failing pickups and catches, and because they like to move the ball around this team. Yeah. So and then lots of failing. The elves eventually score again, and on turn 16, that's how it went. There was a lot of action in this game, and a lot of faffing, and a lot of failures on both sides.
I'm seeing the SPP here, it's wow.
Yeah, there's a lot because there was 5 touchdowns in the game, and then also I think
So the elves got a
6
blackjack,
removals or something,
10,
and then there was a lot of passes as well. So
21 to 17, quite a lot here.
yeah, I didn't actually see if anyone leveled.
Yeah. Here
But
in
I don't think anything critical leveled in this game actually. All the elves that scored were quite high SPP anyway.
he's got this, yeah, that's 3 ball. We'll go back to this when we talk about the team, but that's his 3 ball leaping guy. It's a
Yeah,
nonsense. He's got busted movement, but he's still a nonsense.
yeah.
Okay, so and the
He
game
didn't
went.
actually.
Yeah.
He only managed to use strip ball once this game. So the strip ball guy didn't. Just got powers on several occasions.
Yeah, but 3 ball is always a skill you have to take in consideration because you have to put your
Yeah,
players. He will not use them.
yeah. So do you want to talk about the Underworld game or my game next?
Oh, let's get the underworld. Here's a lot of tactu, to be honest. It was very, very, very enjoyable game. Very liked it. A lot of things happened here, and there was the only one factor. If we go to the dice rolls, those dice rolls aren't that bad, yeah.
Well, they're pretty bad. He only got 23 sixes and 34 ones.
Yeah, and
But
believe me, most of the ones there was one into a one.
yeah,
The
look at
game,
his armor as well. His armor was really bad.
yeah, the game started basically with a Skaven thrower failing to pick up the ball. So, uh, the dwarves were defending and the underworld was attacking. Basically, in the beginning, the underworld went for let's get as many SPPs as we can. So they were trying to pass the ball around, staying on their half, and the dwarves did what the chaos dwarves tend to do. So they tried to kick the shit out of their opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they did it much better than the Skaven and the Goblins passing game. Much, much, much better. What, give me a second, I have to look on my notes. Yeah, a lot of the passes were failed, they were saved by rerolls, so mm, here where I play tabletop, we call it that he knows how to throws ones into ones. So this was
Oh,
basically the
he used
game.
a fireball this game and hit
Yeah,
6 players.
yeah,
Damn,
yeah. It
that's quite a
was.
good fireball.
To be honest, it was a very, very hard game in the middle of the field, and one moment you see all those dwarves standing there, one next to the other, and just like, well, why not? Let's use it. Yeah. Uh,
And that's when they all fail, and you are sad.
happens. If we go to the teams, what's the name of that hobgoblin? Spiky Boot. Yeah, he was the goblin that he tried to fall 3 times, getting the killer blitzer, sorry, the killer Skaven blitzer out of the game, and being thrown out only on his third attempt. Three
Well, to be
attempts he
fair,
fall.
it is only a 1 in 6 chance basically to be sent off on a foul.
Yeah, but he did a lot, very much damage because he
Sorry, I
almost
mean
killed the Skaven.
a 1/3 chance. Sorry, not 1 in 6.
Yeah, because you have all the doubles, so this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the
that's
yeah.
it's a 1 in 6 for each roll, but you roll twice per foul.
Yeah,
So,
he failed when he tried to kick the troll.
well, yeah, fouling a troll isn't gonna work
Yeah,
that well. It's heavy
so
9.
the Minotaur had a great idea. So he went to blitz a goblin. He pushed him out of the field, and the next turn he was in the loving and cheering stands next to the fans. They were kicking and
Yeah,
screaming. So yeah, quite fun. Uh,
surprised you didn't guard on the Minotaur. Usually, well, I mean, so obviously it's not a Chaos Minotaur, so it can't take mutations. I would expect
no,
a
he
Juggernaut
can take
at first.
mutations, but only on doubles, if I recall
Sorry, I
correctly.
meant on normal, so you can't take a
Yeah.
mutation on normal. I would expect Juggernaut on him, to be honest, but
Basically, he is a dedicated blitzer in your team, so yeah, Juggernaut will be quite fun.
yeah.
Or I don't know,
You know,
break tackle.
if you, lots of Chaos Dwarf players don't choose to take the Minotaur because it's just not very good. It's just worse than a Chaos Minotaur and costs the same.
If I recalled correctly, because I played with Abram 3 games. Yeah, it was 3 games because we played no 2 games. Or give me a second. I just need to check his team. We played one here, and yeah, we played 2 games. Sorry.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So we go way back. And he didn't have a Minotaur, so it's a
It's a
newcomer
new
to the team.
purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
And when we go to
The
the
Hobgoblin's pretty good though. The one with block and
yeah,
block and
block tackle, yeah.
sure hands and kick off
In
and
the
jab.
bottom of the row. Here they are. Yeah.
That's a pretty nice Hobgoblin.
This
Pity he
one
hasn't got a
is
double. But
this one isn't nice either. Let's face it.
yeah, that's a pretty nasty
Yeah,
hobgoblin.
a little dwarf, less armor, but much faster.
Yeah, also higher agility. But yeah, I'm weirded. I'm very weirded out by the kick on um that blocker. Why does a Chaos Dwarf blocker have kick?
Well, to be honest, you can play to your own advantage. You kick the ball somewhere. The thing
No, but
he
I mean, why doesn't he take on a hobgoblin? You could take better things on a Chaos Dwarf blocker, like guard, for example.
Yeah, but there is some more chance that he'll survive to the end of the match, so and not go KO on something. And he uses
Uh,
the basically his tactic for the games was to kick the shit out of your opponent, leave the ball, and he did that. He kicked the ball in the corner, and he focuses all his first turn only on beating the shit out of the Skavens, the goblins, and the port trolls. So it worked.
well, if it works, I suppose.
Yeah, and
But yeah,
yeah,
the underworld I've noticed actually they have a lot of agility.
yeah, and it didn't help them. No, basically, this dude was, yeah, this dude. He was kicked by the fouling hobgoblin. The apple saved him, but he didn't return for the. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was a casualty, and then he got a KO.
Phew.
So he didn't return for the second half, and most of the games won on this fellow. For me, he's the MVP of the game. He did a lot of good plays. He tried to he kicked the dwarfs as much as he could, but one player versus a wall of dwarfs? Nope, it doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're very lucky, yeah, it doesn't work.
He was very unlucky. He threw the goblin and he didn't land it.
2+, damn. Or 3+, sorry.
3 plus, it
So 3+,
was.
right?
No, it was a 3 plus, but still, it's like. It hurts. Oh no,
Yeah.
no, he didn't throw the 4 edgy goblin. He used this
Oh,
one.
that'll be right.
Yeah, he
Okay.
used this one. He used this one to throw.
Well, two heads is almost as good as Edgy. Not quite, but
Yeah, basically the whole game from the underworld side was when they didn't have the ball, they played the guerrilla tactics. So jump up, hit,
well,
jump back,
that's
jump up, hit, jump back.
basically what you gotta do against Chaos Dwarfs. You can't outbash them. You just don't have enough players that have access to general skills.
Yeah. And with the second half, the dwarves went for the old American tactics. So we build the wall, and we will move the wall very, very slowly. And it worked. It worked. The ball landed in the hands of the bull centaur, and he just majestically vaults off into the touchdown zone.
Where the Minotaur got the ball?
No, the bull centaur.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said Minotaur.
No, no, I said the bull centaur. I'm quite sure I said the bull centaur.
No, yeah, you cut out for a second for me. That's why.
Oh,
Um,
Abram says that he needed kick and had a skill up, and had 3 guards, so he took the
yeah,
kick on
true.
the dwarf.
More guard is more good, I think. But if it works for you, it works for you.
Yep. Yeah. As we can see in the leaderboards, it works for him.
Yeah, true. He hasn't played against me yet. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, and to be honest, I won 2 games 2-0 with him, and I'm not intending to change that. So
Well,
be aware,
yes.
I'm after you. I'm going after you. Yeah. Okay, so we got
Anyway,
the
last
game.
game
Yep.
is my game.
Yeah, a game when
Um,
one of the teams did a lot of sucking, did they?
yeah, I tried my best,
No,
but
I'm not talking about the gameplay. I'm talking about the vampires.
well, true. Yeah, both of us had lots of bad luck. Skaven failed to pick up the ball with rerolls, and I just failed a lot to do things. got a lot of Kaz's on myself, of course. But it ended up somehow being 1-1 after the two movement up gutter runners were running circles around me. Just look at the stats. So yeah,
Wait.
as you can see, it's the classic Skaven tactic of only having 6% ball possession, only having the ball when you score. Not quite, but because he only scored once. But yeah, I had the ball for a lot. I got some SPP from passing, which is good. Doubled up Vampire, which I haven't decided what I'm giving him yet.
Well, you can do it here live.
Well, he's rolled a double, so
A normal double
which
or
doesn't
a
really
good
a
double?
double for a vampire doesn't really do much. I could take pass. That's the only thing I'm considering, but I don't think I will. My
A lot of SPPs.
yeah, my Blitzer vampire with plus Agi Mighty Blow one is pretty close to leveling now. He's at like
Yeah,
67
Count
or something.
Blockula, yeah.
Yeah. Barrier. Um,
Where
oh
are
yeah,
those vamps
I'm
over
on the
here?
first
Here they
page.
are, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, 67 at 76. He's getting an MVP and a touchdown and pass also. He'll be there. But yeah, I'm uh, I'm liking having the extra strength on that thrall. That's been very useful.
Yeah, it would be cool. To be honest, don't you think that you got a bit too much players? I know there's always free food is always needed for the vamps, but
I mean, it was very useful this game because there were like I at the end of the game I had like 5 or 6 players off from Kaz's, and I basically still had a full team.
yeah,
Because
but
the
you can't have
vampires, if
you
you
can't
don't,
take
if
star players.
you only have 12 players or 13 players at the start of the second half, you'll only have 6 players on the field or 7 players on the field.
I was thinking like I don't
That's
know
just
having a save 14, save maybe 15, but leaving the one slot for the star players.
yeah. I mean, I'm pretty high TV at this point. I don't really get star players that often. I used to, but
If,
I don't know.
if we look at the team values in our division,
They're
you're quite
mostly
high.
lower than me.
Mostly, yeah. Yeah, even I'm lower than you. I got like a lot.
Yeah, it's just unfortunately vampires have to be bloaty because we do uh, a lot of Kazas
Sucking.
to ourselves.
Let's face it. When you start, when you start. Sorry, when you start try. Oh, sorry. When you start rolling once, it's all hell from there.
Yeah, well, vampires just same as elves. The weakness is once.
Yeah.
It's even more so than elves because on ones we also kill our own players. Not kill,
H-
but take them out.
how much did you go? How many badly hurts did you got?
I think I did 3 on myself this game.
You don't need the
I
enemy
mean,
team. You'll do it yourself.
exactly. Well, the Skaven didn't have any, or didn't have. They had one mighty blow piling on, but that was it. They had another blitzer with claw, but sorry, a storm vermin with claw, but claw doesn't really do much against me. So
Blitzer is basically a storm vermin, so
yeah,
where are they? Here are the cheesecakes. Oh yeah, a 5 edge gutter runner,
yeah,
and he
with movement
still
10.
lives.
I couldn't really do much this game. My okay, in terms of to that guy, because my uh dirty player thrall went out really early, so I didn't get a chance to do much fouling.
Oh yeah, and the standard claw, mighty blow, piling gun.
Yeah, I mean claw isn't a normal, but both of those storm vermin roll a double on the first It's like the zombies. Both of them, both of them
Yeah,
roll
but
a double
they
on the
got
first level.
twos, and
Yeah, yeah, I know. What I mean is, yeah, it's the
and
same.
not like we counted that when we were attacking. It was like 12 doubles, something like that on the Necro
Yeah,
team.
something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Rat Ogre was pretty good for the Skaven. He was running all over the place, and
Well, to be
I
honest,
think he did a few KOs, and he pushed a
yeah.
player out, but it didn't do anything.
Uh, to be honest, I like the thing that when you got a claws on the Skaven, they just got bigger teeth. It's so adorable. Yeah, but I'm a tabletop. I play tabletop with Skavens, with Necros, so I can say a thing or two about those teams. And a lot of people, I think, don't appreciate as much the Rat Ogre as they should. Because for me,
I
he's
think it's good. I've
one
not
of the better big guys in the game.
hmm. I've not played Skaven myself, so I can't say. But it is very similar. It's quite similar to like a Minotaur. So
Well, it doesn't have the strength advantage, but he has the tail and he has 6 movement.
yeah,
And in a team with
I guess
very
it's more similar to a Croxagore then, isn't it? Yeah, I played Lizardman as well. So
yeah, but the Lizardman is more reliable thanks to the Bonehead rule rather
yes,
than the
true,
Wild
true.
Animal. But on the other hand, the Wild Animal, even if it fails, it leaves you the tackle zones and it leaves you the tail. So most even the
Yeah.
elves dodge on a 3+. And let's face it, when elves dodge on a 3+, they think if it's a safe dodge.
Well, the tail mostly was trying to go after my plus agi vampire, which obviously doesn't work.
To be honest,
It did catch him once because he had to dodge into a tackle zone, which meant he was dodging on a 3+. But
yeah. But let's face it, it's a good tactic to try to put the rat over under the guys that has the most agility.
well, but if I just dodge out of its tackle zone, it's a 2+. So
No, you still dodge on a 3+.
no, I don't, because I'm agi 5. So
Oh,
normally
you're
I dodge
five.
on a
That's
one
more. Oh,
plus.
yeah, I forgot that you yeah, you're Agi 5. Yeah, then there's that. Yeah, right.
But yeah, the piling on surprisingly wasn't actually used much this game. I think he piled on only once or twice. Um,
Well, he has
these
only 12 players, and let's face it, it's a bit risky to use piling ons wherever you want because it's very easy for him to get kicked, and it's only
I didn't
armor
really have
based.
much of a chance to do any fouling this game, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I forgot you play vampires. It's like for you, every player on the pitch is like, no, no, you stay here. It's good. It's okay.
No, I
It's
don't
good.
mind fouling with thralls, but it's just the getting the opportunities to do it. I think I did I foul once this game? I can't remember. I might have done. I was gonna foul. I was actually gonna foul with a vampire at one point on like turn 14. I was gonna foul the rat ogre with a vampire just because I really needed him to be stunned, but yeah, it didn't end up happening because I failed a one dice just before.
To be honest, I was watching the Games W stream, Games Workshop stream. Sorry. Today they were showing the Lizardman for tabletop, but they had a very interesting thing to say about the claw mighty blow piling gun thing because in the new Blood Bowl rules,
Yeah,
the piling gun,
it's not
yeah, you
that.
have to use the reroll and not
Oh,
like
do you?
yes, the new rule says that you have to use a team reroll to use it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But I mean, most leagues just don't use piling on at all, right? Because it's only an optional rule.
uh, it's basically the piling on rule is not. When you stick to the basic rules of Blood Bowl as we have them now, they are not optionals. But it's optional to use the old rule, the one that we are using in the game. So you just put the
So you can use a team reroll to pile on with any player. Is
no,
that what you're saying?
no, you have to no because the rule that we had here is that you have when you got the pile on skill, you put the guy down and you reroll the armor or the injury roll. And in the new iteration of the rule, it says that you have to uh, use your team reroll put the guy down, and then you can reroll.
Yeah,
Because
that's a bit.
the argumentation was, and to be honest, I quite agree with it, that this is the only situation when you can reroll a armor or a casualty roll, which is, let's face it, quite
And also,
much.
it's just not a very fun skill. It doesn't really create any fun.
Yeah, this combo
But
basically it's a bit broken.
from what I gathered, I haven't actually got the rulebook, but the new rulebook, but I've read it. My friend has it. Um, it piling on is optional, so you don't have to use it in your league. You can just say like, look, we're not using piling on, so
Yeah, but
you don't even have to bother with it.
there's a new handbook coming out, and if I recall correctly, they said this is a not an optional anymore. It's
Oh,
a skill
okay.
you can
So you can
use.
still use it, but
Yeah,
you
but you can
have to
use
use the
in
team rule.
one of two variants.
Okay, yeah.
So now is the variant is optional. Yeah, but let's
Okay.
face it, this combo is broken. Any player can make it. Claw, Mighty Blow, and Piling On. It's broken as shit.
Yeah, and I think most leagues are just still not going to use it at all.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, if it's the one where you have to use a team reroll, it's not even a very good skill. But yeah,
Well, you know what? The skill is very useful. It's still useful, but you just need a better tactic, because a lot of teams that use it with the old rules, a no-brainer. You just reroll it.
yeah,
We all face the army of Chaos Dwarves, all with Claw, Mighty Blow, Piling On, that were just mowing you down, and you couldn't do anything to stop them.
yeah.
So
Especially if they all have guard as well.
yeah, it's like, oh yeah, another one. Oh yeah, another one. Oh yeah, another one. So yep, no players.
Yeah, but yeah, I think the main argument is that yeah, it's just not very fun. It isn't really fun for the person using it. It's just like, yeah, great, I get to reroll this.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not fun for the person whose players are dying because they get to reroll.
Yeah, because you sit there watching and like, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, okay. After the
But yeah,
fourth guy, you just stop caring.
yeah, true. I mean, I stopped caring anyway because vampires. I get so many Kazas on myself that I'm used to it.
Yeah, let's check the leaderboards here. So, Chaos Dwarfs in the lead, followed by High Elves, Skaven, and Wood Elves.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm very, maybe not disappointed, but Necromantic only in the 5th place. It's like,
Well, they're joint. They're tied with the Wood Elves. They have the same score.
yeah, still looking at how much their team is broken for me.
Yeah, it seems.
I would expect
Well,
him to be
I think
somewhere
maybe
here
they've
or
just
here.
played all the hard teams at the moment, and then they'll be playing everyone else later. They haven't played me yet, so they'll win against me because I cannot like. The advantage of vampires is like, oh yeah, I have quite a lot of strength 4. I can like,
Yeah.
punch you a bit, but against that much guard, just not gonna be able to do anything.
You don't have the strength 4. You just have strength 3 on everybody, or even
Basically,
less.
yeah.
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 So then we
How
got
do
the
you,
High
let's
Elves.
what's next week's games happening?
So
Oh, I am playing the Necro
yeah.
next, actually.
Okay. So mm, who do you think will win this match?
I'm gonna probably say the Necro. Well, I could squeeze it out. Depends if they're unlucky, I could. But yeah, I'm not gonna be bashing them at all. Luckily, I can dodge away with all the vampires, but
So
because I don't remember that they had that much tackle. Like maybe one or two. Maybe, I can't remember.
let's look at the teams. For they got the one werewolves, the killer werewolves.
Yeah,
Tackle.
12 has
Yeah,
tackle. That's it. Yeah, they just
it's only,
the
yeah,
one werewolf.
only one.
Well, that one's going to be annoying for my vampires. Going to be trying to blitz him. I have a single mighty blow. I can do it.
Yeah, I believe in you, very. But to be honest, I'm looking at anything that he could change in this team, and I see nothing. It's
Yeah.
like no shortcomings in this team.
Yeah, I mean, more block on the zombies, but other than that,
Yeah, but they'll get it.
yeah, they will definitely.
They will get it, and the second flesh golem is
Imagine
almost
if the
level
last
up.
zombie also gets a double first roll. That would look like he's cheating or something.
No, if he gets a double, I'm going to call him. Maybe not call him out. I'm going to report it somewhere because it's impossible for me.
It's pretty unlikely, but it's not impossible. A
No.
double is, yeah, as I said before, it's 1 in 6 to get a double. Although 2 of those are a stat. So, well, I mean, no, you wouldn't take armor or movement on a zombie. So I guess, yeah,
Yeah, but this is like dream. This is a every
yeah,
necro player dream come true. A 5
yeah,
strength flesh golem, a killer werewolf, zombies with block and guard. It's dream come true.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Uh,
imagine if the zombies also get stand firm.
don't start it.
Yeah.
Don't start on that. They will hear you and then we have a problem.
Yeah. Luckily, the Necro don't have any dodge, so I don't have to worry about my complete lack of tackle.
No, they got one dodge on the eagle.
Oh, sorry, the ghoul, but I have block to deal with the ghoul, so whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, I still need to think about what I'm gonna take on my vampire.
I know you got like I don't know instant
I'm
werewolf killer something
thinking
like that.
block, but I don't know because it's kind of boring that I take blodge first on every single vampire.
But it works.
I'm really tempted. I'm really tempted by the pass. I'll be honest. But yeah, it's not gonna happen. I don't think. Maybe pass on a thrall would be better.
Would be.
But again, if you get a double on a thrall, you want guard. Same as zombies. Uh,
We'll see. I'm quite looking forward to this match.
yeah,
And to
I
be honest,
think they're probably gonna win. But
looking on
maybe
the fact that I have to play the Necro in the future, I'm hoping you get a lot of casualties. Murder him to 0.
I don't have much that can do that. I have one single mighty blow.
Oh, I believe you that you can try. Remember,
Although
it's
I
not.
think my mighty blow did get 2 Kaz's last game. So
Remember, it's not important to win. It's important to kill them. And this has nothing to do with that. Nothing at all. Okay.
all right,
So the next
game,
yeah, we got
the
Skavens
Skaven are
versus
gonna
the.
win.
To be honest, we got Skavens versus the humans that thinks that they are Skavens. So
Yes, and they're not as good at scavening as the Skaven, so I
But
think the Skaven are going to win.
it'll be a lot of running and passing and running and passing. So
The Skaven player is very good. I will admit, like he was outplaying me on a decent amount of times. There was one time he couldn't get very far away from me with the gutter runner because he had to stand up and get the ball and then run around me and get out again. So he just passed the ball to the end zone with no player there. Obviously, it was a touchdown, but a turnover. But
mm.
it just meant I couldn't get to the ball at all, and the gutter runners could just run to it and get it and score.
To be honest, I'm as being a Skaven player and a Skaven somewhere deep in my heart, I'm always for the Skavens. So here I'm with the Skavens here, full heart.
Oh, I'm saying the Skaven are going to win as
Yeah.
well.
So
The Dodge Ogre. I mean, the Skaven don't have any tackle, but I don't think they need it. They're not going to be blocking the Ogre much.
then if they will be bracking the ogre, it's probably be doing with the rat ogre. So, and as we
Yeah.
all know, a rat ogre is better than the ogre always, because it has a rat in front of it, and everything that's a rat in
But
front of
the
it is
Ogre
better.
can score, and the Rat Ogre will never score.
You wanna bet?
I mean, yeah, because to move with the ball, it's a 4+ to even like move. With a Rat Ogre, with an Ogre, it's
You
not.
can use the blitz, and then you'll move on 2+. So
Oh, true. Actually, yeah. I suppose if you use a blitz, you don't actually have to hit anything.
use the blitz action, and you just move. So if he has the ball, why not?
Yeah. Is it Ragger's agility too? Oh, hello, Basman Scrob. Which team is that? I recognize the name, but it's one of our teams.
Why not here?
I always do that when I'm looking at a league.
Yeah,
I
me
go
too.
back and then.
Oh,
Oh, maybe a
the
season. Oh, yeah, yeah. We talked about you earlier. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
missed your
But we'll
missed
be
your
coming
game.
to you.
But
Yeah. So
you're only an hour late.
yeah, the
Yeah,
Candyman faction versus the Vegas
I
faction.
said you were a bit robbed. You had a couple of times where you could have scored, but you just got fucked over by Nuffle.
Yeah, but the same as the Underworld, so I'm thinking that it'll be a very funny match if they both failed on the same level.
Yeah, they're both playing each other, so
Yeah,
there'll be either loads of touchdowns or very few touchdowns.
well, I played both of them, and to be honest, hmm, hmm. Here I will go with the elves.
I also, but the thing is, the Underworld have a super killer Blitzer.
Yeah, I know.
They can take down the key elf players. Does he have tackle? The Blitzer doesn't have tackle, right? So,
Uh,
um,
that one, I think he has.
but the killer
No, he has 4
is
agility. Yeah, no,
scary.
no tackle.
He does have a tackle on the other one, but he doesn't have piling on.
No,
So
yeah, tackle here and the tackle on the lineman.
yeah, that the agility 4 wrestle lineman is also going to be pretty good. He needs strip ball. To be honest, I would have actually taken strip ball on that guy before tackle, but um, that's
Well,
just my choice.
mm,
Um,
yeah, but well, let's face it, stribble and tackle they do basically the same
true, yeah,
because the number you take the ball on 2, 5, and 6, and when you got stribble, you take the ball on a 2, 3, and a 4, and a 6. So
yeah.
basically the same.
I mean, strip ball affects more rolls on the dice
As
than
long as
tackle
the
does.
enemy
Because
has sure
tackle only
hands.
affects a 5
Yeah,
basically, and a
but
strip ball affects a 3 and a 4.
yeah, but if the enemy has sure hands, the triple doesn't work.
That's true. But I don't know how many people actually carry on a piece of straw hands.
I know a
I
few.
don't see it that often.
Because you have to
Um,
basically have sure hands to use it, so
yeah,
a lot of people
I
don't
mean to be
take it as a
fair,
skill.
yeah, I was actually yeah, you do have sure hands. That's true. Yeah, true. Underworld always carry on a piece with sure hands because the throwers are pretty good ball carriers in Underworld because of the mutations.
Yeah,
Pick
big
up on a 2
hands.
with a
Yeah,
reroll and then get
pick up
block
on
and
2. Yeah, with nothing, rerolls, block, run. Yeah, and they're quite fast, so 7 movement is a lot in this game. Not as much 8 or 9, but it's still a lot.
yeah, they're fast and they can pick up well and they hold the ball well. They got block.
Yeah.
The only better thing would be if they could get dodge, but they can't because that would be
Basically,
silly.
this game will be a lot of dodging, running, passing, losing the ball, dodging, running, passing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the next one? Oh,
Just give me just
we can look at the elves as well.
yeah, the elves. He's
The
got
elves
a
have the very scary catcher there. He's only low movement, but leap, strip ball, tackle,
yeah.
wrestle, dodge. You know,
Yeah,
the only better thing would be if he had agility.
and if I
And
recall
then,
correctly, he got it off the transfer market.
oh, did he? Oh,
Yeah,
that's why it's a different name to everyone else.
if I recall correctly, yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong here, okay? Yeah,
He did.
yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
Okay. But yeah, I like your catches. They're very good. They're very well built, in my opinion.
Most of the players are here very well built, so it'll be an
Yeah.
interesting match. I quite quite
The
would like.
blitzer with Agi and Shorthands was interesting, but last game, I think the only thing I remember him doing was failing to pick up the ball.
Yeah, the AG4 catcher, yeah. He will be missed. But he lives,
Yeah,
so that's better than being
he
dead.
didn't die and he didn't get permed, so you're all good.
Yeah, and
He
he's
did,
got.
didn't he? Oh, in the game he did. He died and then he appoed him into a Mystics game or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I would take that.
Or no, it was sorry. It was minus agility, I think, and then he appoed it into an MNG. I think that's what it was. But yeah,
Let's face it, this is the
it was
strongest
Agibus. Yeah,
elf
okay.
team in the league, probably.
Yeah, the elf team is very good. That's a lot of
No,
stats.
I'm saying about the strength.
Well, okay, strongest, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
When I was
and
checking the teams before the season, I was like, one strength, 4, 2 strength, 4, 3 strength. What what are those? Orcs or elves?
I mean, I'm the strongest elf team in the league. Come on.
No, you suck.
I do suck on
Yeah,
blood.
yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, but it's like, okay.
Yeah,
Next.
once number 12, that thrower with strong arm gets block, he'll be great.
Oh,
You're
this one.
retiring the team
Yeah.
when you get a strength 4 catcher as well. You just want one of each player,
Oh,
one of each
okay.
type of player with strength.
Okay. Yeah, this could be cool. You'll show it to your
He's got a
grandkids.
lineman and a
Yeah.
blitzer and a thrower with strength right now. He just needs one more.
Yeah, one catcher and that's all. Okay, so
Yeah.
the
Right.
next
What's the
match
next
is
match?
Orcs versus the
Orcs
Exploding
versus
Souls.
Chaos
Yep.
Dwarves, which will be probably much the same as the Orcs versus the Dwarves, I expect.
Well, to be honest, both of them show well. It's dwarves, so but this is chaos dwarves. Chaos dwarves don't play
They
as
are a
boring
bit
as
faster than
normal. Yeah, and don't play as boring as normal dwarves. He has bull centaurs. One of the bull centaurs has break tackle and tackle. So with 6 movement, he can do a lot and 4 strength. We
yeah,
got that evil,
it's pretty good.
evil creating. Yeah, we got that evil. We got mighty blow. We got piling on. We need only one more skill to go.
He just needs a claw on that guy.
Yeah,
He needs a choice to stop winning. Yeah, I think we all do, to be honest.
yeah. And let's face it, guys. Somebody has to do it. And we're looking at the orcs
I mean, you beat them right before.
twice, but they were that good developed. Even when we played last season, he was I don't know. He didn't have half of the SPPs he got now, so it will be much harder for me. But looking on those orcs, if he did something with his team, like I don't know, buy a goblin that he needs, buy a
You
troll
are
that he needs.
quite the advocate for the goblins.
Oh, you should ask Otto Chicken. My
I like
whole
Octo Chicken's a pretty cool dude. I
yeah,
haven't.
I like him also. Yeah, I hope he's watching because he
I don't
knows.
think I don't think he's watching,
Oh,
but
he will be watching this one, and I hope he knows that the boys are watching him. Because all my last season, all the recaps were like, you don't need those goblins, fire them and get some orc linemen. Why do you have orc linemen? It's like, guys, really, this
Orc
works.
Climbing are pretty shit, to be honest.
Yeah, they are shitty as fuck. I don't use them.
They only have general access, right?
I don't know. I never use them, even on tabletop. It's like
Yeah.
I only use them when I have to take a journeyman. This is the only moment I take a lineman. They are useless. You got far more better plays. You got 4 blitzers, 4 black orcs, 4 goblins. What do you need more? You got a troll. If I need a lineman, I take a thrower. Basically, I do that.
Yeah, they're not great, are they? But
Yeah,
they're
but
okay.
to be honest, has the orc player. Let's not butcher them. We were talking. Yeah, we
Heisdivius?
were
I don't
talking
know.
back when we did the community podcast, as we call it, when we did that one recap 2 weeks ago, and he is being coached by oh, I forgot. It's a good, very good orc player, and he represents the school of not taking the goblins. You take the linemen, you take the blitzers, you take the black orcs. You don't need anything more.
Well, yeah,
And
the linemen are bashier a lot.
yeah,
It does make it a lot bashier team.
and on the other hand, I'm being coached by one of the best orc players in Poland, and he's the representative of the other school. So he said, "You take the goblins, you take the troll, you do it with those." So
Yeah, I think
I'm
it's
I'm waiting for our match because it'll be the match between two different schools of play, and I hope we can show the best from both schools. To be honest.
yeah.
And he's got quite a good development team. He got two seven movement parts with block and one with guard, one with mighty blow. Got 2 dodges. this is a combination I very like. You got Mighty Blow, you got Piling On, and you got Jump Up. So basically, this guy can pile you on every turn.
Yes, if you're next to him, yeah.
Yeah. If he lives for the next turn, but yeah, it's quite good. You got a
Yeah.
Dirty Player lineman. I would prefer that on a Goblin, but hey, who am I? Who
You
am
didn't
I?
even take Dirty Player when you could. You took Block.
Yeah, because block is better. Let's face it.
Yeah, I know, but you're never going to take a Dirty Player lineman.
Who
A Dirty
didn't
Player
know?
Goblin. So take a Orc lineman and get Dirty Player.
If I get another double on that Goblin, I'll take Dirty Player on him.
Really? With a Block Goblin?
Why not?
Why not? Because he's got Block.
Yeah, and he works. So as long as he pays his bills and I don't have to throw him out, I'll take every skill I can get. And to be honest, it's for me it's very, 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 very hard now because I'm considering to fire one of the goblins because they are pumping my TV as hell. But the other hand, they work so well. It's like I cannot let you go. Just go. I love you. Stay. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so
Oh.
the next match is Born in the 80s and Bad Dwarfs of Reddit.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about Born in the 80s
Because
much
they played the
because
admin
they
team,
had
yeah.
they had the admin team this
So
game. This
yep, for
what's
yeah,
their team like?
let's talk about them. They deserve it. Yeah, so what
They've
do
got a lot of stats as well. They've got 4 stats. Some movement.
yeah,
That's a pretty nice witch elf.
very
Wrestle,
nice.
strip ball, tackle.
She's a block.
But no stats on the witch elves, which is a shame. They've got 2 movement 8 blitzers, which is very good though.
Yeah, they're both blocks.
Because that's the one thing that Dark Elves don't have is a movement 8 piece. Like every other elf team has a movement 8 piece.
And that movement 8
So-
piece has 5 edgy and a leap. So
Yes, and leap, yeah. So that guy's gonna
it's
be
a
getting
very
all over the
heavy
place.
division, to be honest.
Stat heavy, yeah, apart from my team, which only has 1. It didn't have any until like 2 games ago.
Yeah, but let's face it, all the elves in our division got leap. So
Yeah, to be fair, he hasn't got any doubles. That's the
Yeah.
only bad thing. Apart from the strength, he's got no other
probably
double.
the Necro team took all the doubles.
I don't have any doubles either. My first double
Say
is
thanks
this
to the
one, which
Necro.
my first double is this one, which I'm not going to be taking. I'm probably going to be taking normal.
Yeah, they'll have a bit uphill with the dwarves. He's got a lot of dodges and no guards, so the
Yeah.
tackle heavy dwarves, yep, they like it. They like it very hard. But on the other hand, there's one thing with the dwarves because the dwarves here don't have a lot of players that can play the ball normally because we got only 3
Yeah, they have
pieces
a
with
single
RG3.
runner. If you take out the runner, then
Yeah. You
They
still
can't
got
do
2
the ball.
blitzers that can play the ball almost as good as the runner. But the rest,
oh my god, he's got 2 blodge firm dwarves
yeah, and this one,
with guard.
yeah, and when he was playing the orcs, the apple saved him. He got a
Yeah.
one dodge, one dice block, and he died. So he was saved by the apple. So scary on the paper, but in the real game, not as much. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He can normally build a wall. He can hide the
Well,
ball
that
handler.
stand firm guard.
Yeah.
It's just
He's very
very-
hard to move. If you don't have Juggernaut, if you don't have Leap, it's very hard to get rid of the guy with the ball.
definitely.
So his turtle strategy may work, especially on Dark Elves that don't have a lot of pieces that can just move in freely because even if he jumps into the cage, it's like 1, 2. You got, in the very least, you got 2 guards under you, so it's always red dice for you.
Yeah. Unless you can happen to catch one on the edge.
Yeah.
Which you should be able to do. You got 1 blitz every turn. You can do that. But yeah, the elves. Did the elves have much tackle? They had like 1 or 2
No, they also
to
have
deal
no
with these
tackle.
dwarves with dodge.
No, they have no tackle.
The witch elf had tackle, definitely.
Oh yeah, so there's 1, 2.
2 tackle, yeah.
Yeah.
They have 2 tackle.
The Witch Elf
Um,
and use Strength 4
Strength
Blitzer.
Blitzer. So that Strength Blitzer will be useful because
Yeah,
he can blitz all the dodge dwarves.
yeah. As long as he can survive what comes next, yeah.
Well, he blitzes a dodge dwarf and doesn't follow up, and then maybe dodges away or whatever. He's got to try and do a bit of hit and run.
Yeah, guerrilla tactics. But no, I like his team. It's well
I
developed
don't know.
and
It's a good team.
yeah,
Got some extra movement, which is nice.
and if he wasn't playing in a very broken division, which is ours,
Yeah.
he could have achieved far more. But let's face it, looking at the other teams,
Eventually, I'll get a division
yeah,
with lots of agility teams instead of bash teams, and then I might be able to do something with my vampires.
yeah.
But I just
Or
I get outbashed by bash teams,
or
unfortunately.
you go in a stunty division and you just kill them with two
There's
dice blocks
there's
every
no
turn.
stunty divisions. They're a lie.
There should be. There should be one stunty division. I'll
Yeah, but
even
I'm not
consider
stunty,
playing
so I wouldn't be
goblins
put in
then.
it.
Oh, you can pretend to be stunty.
I mean, to be fair, my thralls die like they're stunty.
Yeah. Okay, so the schedule, yeah, and oh yeah,
And then you've got an admin game.
yeah. So I got a free week.
Yeah. Who are you hoping for the SPP? That's all we can talk
Oh,
about.
give me a second. Just need to look at my guys. Oh, I know who I'm hoping for the SPPs.
My bloodlust was okay the game before last, but this week's game I did pretty badly. I cast myself 3 times, I think.
Yeah, he was throwing ones into ones into ones.
I didn't re-roll that many bloodlusts, to be honest. Like I don't tend to do that. I just let them because I yeah I did end up
Yeah,
KOing my strength thrall because of it, but yeah.
you lose a player, but you don't lose him permanently. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather keep my rerolls than keep a thrall.
Well, it depends on the situation.
Because this is why I have 16 players, right? So I can afford to lose a player.
I'm hoping to get on my captain. Let's face it, I need him to level up fast to go with the other boys. Because let's face it, the troll has all he needs. Unless he wants to throw a double or a +1 strength or a double with a block. I would like him to have a block.
Yeah, diving tackle's pretty good on the old Blackhawks.
I would prefer normal tackle rather than diving tackle, let's face it. I
Uh,
don't like the guys falling down because they are very hard to move
but
after that.
if they diving tackle, then on the enemy's turn, right? Then you just stand them up again
Yeah,
because unless they fail the diving tackle, of
yeah.
course. But like it's very hard for diving tackle to go badly because on your turn you just stand up again.
Yeah, but they got only movement 4, so they stand up and move 1.
Yeah, but if they've diving tackled someone, then they've got someone next to them anyway, right?
Well, yeah, but I prefer to bash with them rather than, mark with them
Get
only.
guard diving tackle stand firm is a pretty good Black Hawk build, man.
Better is claw piling on block dodge.
You can't get claw.
That's racist.
No, it's not.
Yes,
It's
it is.
literally true.
Yes, it is. Orcs deserve claw like everybody.
The blitzers have claws, but they don't get the skill.
Yeah. The troll should have the options to go
But yeah,
with mutations.
who are you hoping for the SVP on?
My
Other
captain.
than him, if it's not him, then who else?
Hmm. Mm, mm, to be honest, if it's not him, and if it's not the last goblin, because I don't want him to get any SPPs, let's face it.
He will. Now that you say it, he'll get the touchdown and the MVP.
I hope not, but I'm hoping. Eh, it doesn't matter for me. That's the thing. I just hope that MVP will not fall in one of the other goblins because I don't need them to get any more SPPs. They're a very
Yeah.
good position where they are. They don't need more SPPs.
The thing is, they're the ones who are going to score, aren't they? So
Yeah, that's why they don't need SPPs from MVPs.
MVP, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what happens to skinks as well. Like you just end up keeping leveling them because
yeah.
they keep scoring.
Okay, and the last game, Nurgle versus Elves.
I don't
And
remember that the Nurgle had much tackle. Actually, they had
they
like
they don't have it. That's the problem.
yeah, they have any tackle. Yeah,
No, they
same
don't
as
have it
me.
all.
No,
Yeah,
no tackle at all. So they might struggle.
but they do have tentacles on the beast, so and those
True,
are
yeah,
not
but the
those are
beast
not the
has to
strength for
actually get.
elves.
They're not the strength for elves. That's true, but the beast does actually have to be next to the elves, and it's very slow and can't really move much.
Yeah, but you just need to catch one, two pieces, and
Yeah, well, then they just stay there, I
yeah,
guess.
and then you use the other guys to mow them down.
Yeah, there's a lot of the elves are definitely not getting in much bashing.
You know what hurts me? This hurts me. Number 11.
They kept him as well.
Yeah, I know. It hurts me in my heart, very.
That is a lot of rotters.
Yeah,
Nurgle teams don't normally have that many rotters. It's
and
normally like you keep it at 4 and then you just keep buying pestigores.
I think that he's got a lot of rotors that came into his team a lot later. So
Maybe,
he
yeah.
did a lot of.
He can take it. Definitely seems
How
like a
much kills he have did?
maybe a
10
seasoned
kills
player.
inflicted. So he did got a few rotors here.
Yeah. Well, I suppose rotters die quickly as well. On my clan team, I've got a rotter with plus strength, which is going to be fun. He's going to get fouled and die,
Yeah.
but it'll be fun while he lasts.
Also, he can take it was yours.
Yeah, yeah. I said it
Yeah.
sounded like a maybe a season player.
Yeah. So he got an X elf, X orc. Damn.
It looks like he's got an X. Pagor sounds like a chaos goat
Yeah.
as well. So he's got an X chaos player.
Well, wow. Everybody from 10 to 14 are not from his team because they are not named Bob.
Oh, true. Yeah, yeah.
So obvious. Hidden in plain sight.
Yeah, true. Um, yeah, that's all the games, I guess.
Everything's covered.
So, anything else to say?
Uh,
State of the league. Who do you
play.
think is anyone going to overtake the Chorfs this team?
Well, I'm
Uh,
intending to. And
Actually, the High Elves could if they win this and the Chorfs don't win, then they're ahead.
yeah, the High Elves, Skavens are not that far behind. To be honest, the rest
Actually,
of
yeah,
us.
If the Skaven win and the Chorfs lose and the High Elves don't win as well, then the Skaven will overtake them.
Well, if anything, at this point, a lot has to change, but probably the first three places will be the teams that we see here now.
Yeah. Well, no one else can this game catch up.
Yeah.
They're a bit streaking ahead, but again, we're just about we're over halfway through the
Yeah.
season now, but it still can still happen. I don't think I can win, but
Well,
I'm in eighth.
looking. Yeah, and what can I say?
Yeah. Hey, we're actually we were drawing before, and now I'm ahead of you. Ha
What can I say? Happens.
We're
Let
almost the same TV as well.
Yeah. Let's face it. The most important match here will be who will be higher in the league standings, you or me. This is the most
True.
important. Nobody cares who'll be first or second. Let's focus on the main course here.
Right. I think that's everything we've got to say.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
thanks guys for tuning in.
anything from chat? you can.
Yeah, if
Message
you
us.
want to say anything, message us. We are waiting. We will give you a 2 minutes window.
Tell us how rubbish we are.
Yeah, message us. We
Anyway,
we will try to fix it for the next the recap.
well,
And hope this will be the end of the curse of the Division 4F not having a recap team.
yeah.
So thank you
Well,
guys one more time.
we should be fine,
Yeah,
unless like one of us like dies or something.
I hope you're not going to die on me here. You promise. You promise you'll stick with me. Okay, so thank you guys, and I hope we will see you all next week.
Yeah, we hadn't actually, because we were doing it at such short notice. We were
Yeah.
like trying to prepare and stuff. We didn't really plan exactly when we were going to do the recap, but we will do next week.
Yeah, we'll do next week, and probably will be on the same day.
Yeah, we'll probably be Thursday as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
If
yeah,
anything changes, we'll inform you.
yeah.
So,
Right.
Thanks.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thanks for me, and hope to see you next week.
Yeah. See you next week.